Hey everybody, it's Allie with Cruise Blog. Today we're going to be talking about the 6 non-negotiable cruise rules for what you can't do in your cruise ship cabin that you need to know for your next cruise. Let's get into it. Although vacation is about relaxing and taking a break from your everyday life, it's important to remember that you're sharing the cruise ship with thousands of other guests. As such, there are specific rules that cruise passengers must follow to help maintain a safe and positive environment. Breaking the rules can have serious consequences, ranging from hefty fines to a permanent ban from the cruise line. Ultimately, good manners are about treating others as we'd like to be treated. You wouldn't want someone coming into your home and stealing or acting recklessly, and that same rule should apply to your cruise cabin during your cruise. So here are 6 things that you should never ever do in your cabin while you are cruising. Up first is you shouldn't smoke or vape. Cruise ships have certain areas where smoking is permitted. Cabins, however, aren't on that list, even if you think it's okay because you have an outdoor balcony. On embarkation day, familiarize yourself with the ship's smoking areas. They might be inside the casino or near the pool deck. If you're caught smoking elsewhere, you face being billed a hefty cleaning fee. Onboard Carnival Cruise Line, for instance, their fee is $500, whereas Royal Caribbean only charges $250. Still, you don't want to get charged for something completely avoidable. In addition, it's really inconsiderate. For example, when I took a cruise to Iceland, our neighbors were smoking on their balcony constantly, and it was so frustrating because me and my husband couldn't enjoy our own balcony without dealing with the unwanted smell. Luckily, the manager took care of this for us, and we did receive an onboard credit because of the inconvenience. However, it was just a huge bummer, so definitely keep that in mind. Another rule is that you should not throw things overboard. Do not throw anything off your balcony into the ocean. Cruise ships have strict rules about throwing things overboard as companies strive to protect the marine environments that they operate in. Even if you have good intentions like feeding the fish, doing so can harm the delicate ecosystem. Food scraps, for example, can attract invasive species and disrupt the local wildlife behavior. Non-biodegradable items are even worse. Plastic straws and cigarette butts can cause lasting damage to the ocean habitat as they're often mistaken for food. Ingesting the plastic can cause death. Similarly, just as cruise lines don't want you throwing anything overboard, they don't want you to take things from the ocean either. That's right, someone has actually gotten banned for fishing off of their stateroom balcony on a Carnival cruise. They shared a clip of their actions on social media, which is how Carnival executives caught wind of the incident and subsequently banned the passenger. Another rule that you should follow is that you shouldn't flush random things down the toilet. Cruise ship plumbing is more sensitive than your toilet at home. Things like feminine products, diapers, and even flushable wipes can quickly clog the system and cause serious plumbing issues in your cabin and elsewhere on board. Instead, only flush the cruise line provided toilet paper. Everything else should go in the trash can in your bathroom to be cleared at least once per day by your cabin steward. Likely, the toilet paper isn't as plush as your preferred brand back home, but that is intentional. The thinner, marine-safe toilet paper quickly breaks down and prevents clogs. In other words, do not bring your own toilet paper to use during your cruise and do not flush flushable wipes. If you do, it needs to go in the trash bin, as you risk clogging not only your toilet but also the other staterooms around you. Also, you should never climb on the balcony's railing. From sunset pictures on the pool deck to elegant formal night pictures in the atrium, cruise ships offer many picture-worthy and safe photo ops. Though ship photographers are not cheap, it's easy to snap lasting memories with your own cellular device. While personal balconies also make for great backdrops with minimal activity in the background, there are certain poses to avoid. For example, you shouldn't climb on your balcony's railing for a daring angle. If you get caught, you may be banned from sailing with the cruise line again. In 2019, for instance, CNN reported about an incident that led to a woman being prohibited from sailing with Royal Caribbean again. While she thought she was getting an epic selfie on Allure of the Seas, security was notified about her reckless and dangerous pose. Consequently, she and her companion are banned from cruising with Royal Caribbean ever again. In addition, you should never steal from your cruise cabin. As comfortable as your cabin's pillows might be, you don't want to smuggle them off the ship. That goes for everything owned by the cruise line in your stateroom, ranging from robes and slippers to towels, hangers, and decorative wall art. You will likely be charged for anything you take, as cabin stewards assess the staterooms for stolen property on turnaround day. Certain cruise lines, like Royal Caribbean, also charge for pool towels that aren't returned before leaving the ship. This means that even if you think you're safe because you left them in your cabin, you may find a $25 fee charged to your onboard account for not returning them to the proper place. That said, many lines sell their signature items through special websites. For instance, you can purchase Royal Caribbean's bedding online, and similarly, Carnival Cruise Line sells their towels, bedding, pillows, and robes online at carnivalhome.com. And finally, you should not leave your balcony door open. Finally, always ensure that your veranda door is securely closed before opening the door to the hallway. If both are open simultaneously, it will create a strong wind tunnel that can be potentially dangerous and blow around papers, clothing, and other items. Plus, keeping your balcony door closed helps your stateroom remain cooler, as the air conditioning will remain inside rather than escape outdoors. All right, everybody, that is all we have for today. Comment below if there are any other non-negotiable cruise rules that we missed. And be sure and like and subscribe to Cruise Blogs so that you can be notified every time we have a new video. This has been Allie, and until next time, happy cruising.